Any other comments? Seeing none, I'll bring it back to council. Heard comments? What's council's pleasure?
Do you want more comments?
I want to, I think we need to, I'm not
think we
sure any
did
more
that
comments.
already.
We need to make a decision.
Okay.
One way or another.
I'm not having a problem with having to pay it out of the garbage rates. I understand how it works. I understand the issue. I agree with Mr. Besnay that it's too bad that it can't be the same cost. And maybe they could explain why it's not the same. Would you mind doing that so I can understand it like I'm, still in kindergarten?
Mayor, council, staff, Ed Farewell, Dixon Sanitary Service. And there is a difference between our service. As it was pointed out, one of the difference in the difference in the rate is the franchise fee, of course. Other differences are what we pay our employees. We are a union shop. We pay union wages. We have local employees here that we pay medical and full benefits for their families. I don't know what contract sweeping pays. We do have to adhere to a schedule. I heard that even Dixon Sanitary sweeps the streets at 3 o'clock in the morning, and that's not true. We may not go down the street when the cars are gone, may have not done that. I won't make that statement, but we are held to city ordinances, noise ordinances, and have not been allowed to sweep before 6 a.m. in the morning, and that's in fact what we've done. We've always stuck to the schedule, and we sweep at the appropriate speeds of 4 to 6 miles per hour. Other things that we provide is customer service representatives, which we take calls and we sign customers up, and we take street sweeping requests or complaints, and we also provide the billing. I think those are services or aspects of our business that aren't being done by the current provider, and those are some of the reasons why our costs are higher.
Just for my concern about the franchise fee of $16,577, how would that be offset if we were to say, as part of this recommendation, that you would we wouldn't charge you a franchise fee for this particular operation? How would that reduce our costs?
We would just take the street sweeping rate aside from the overall rate of providing our full gamut of services and not apply the 10% to that, in which is, we're talking about $1.13, which is approximately 10 cents.
Which would be,
That'd be roughly $1 to $1.03.
Yeah, so $1.03 would be approximately what the cost would be to the resident.
But that could be done.
maybe the city.
Yes, it could be done.
That'd be like a month that less they'd be paying.
Well, I'd like to thank Ms. Copas for bringing up the exact amount of the franchise fee. At $296,000, I vastly underestimated at $120,000. I think that the points that Mr. Besnay made are very appropriate, mostly because they agree with what I said, I guess. But it still comes down to the same thing, that we're trying to save our budget on the backs of our taxpayers. And because of that, I see no reason to add another tax onto our citizens. We're getting this service done. It should be coming out of the general fund. As Mr. Batchelor said, we all are getting a service here, just like with landscape and lighting, except with landscape and lighting, only a few people are paying for what everybody can enjoy. Actually, all of landscape and lighting should be coming out of the general fund also, as far as I'm concerned. I do not support giving this back to Dixon Sanitary because their price is higher. I don't see any, I haven't seen any vast change in the street sweeping benefit. I also looked at this, the attachments here, and it's funny that the amount of tons of disposal, even given a reduced amount of collection, is exactly the same as it was before. So I guess in a month, nothing must slip down the drains. I find that to be rather hard to believe. That, aside from that, it still comes down to where we're going to fund this necessary service. I agree we shouldn't have 204 tons of junk going down into our storm drains. It seems to me if you're collecting $296,000 from the citizens of Dixon already, to add another $125,000 to that, or $160,000 through an increased fee, I think is just ridiculous. And I will not support that in any shape or form. If you'd rather reduce the service through the contract sweeping company to save you $60,000 out of the general fund, I could support that. But that's the only thing I would support.
Any other comments? Councilmember Kaler?
I would just say that I look forward to the improved service from Dixon Sanitary and going back to what we had prior to the current contract. And
Okay.
it was better in those days.
All right, we've talked and we've talked and we've talked. Now it's time to make a decision. I'll entertain a motion regarding what is on the agenda regarding matters relating to street sweeping services.
Are we looking at two things here? Are we going to take them one at a time? What's?
It's just one
okay.
resolution.
All right. I got you. Well, I would move that we approve the resolution, but drop the franchise fee and reduce the rate based on the dropping of the franchise fee.
Okay, the motion on the, it's been moved that we approve the moving of street sweeping back to Dixon Sanitary Service, absent the addition of $16,000 for the franchise fee.
I just want to clarify, the franchise fee would be excluded just from the street sweeping portion, correct?
Right.
That's what you're
Right.
saying? Okay, thank
And
you.
it would also, their fee would go down as well.
Is there a second?
And this would only be for the term of this contract. So that the franchise fee would be something we would consider at the end, and then at the renewal of this contract.
Well-
Dixon's sanitary contract is a rolling 8-year contract. We
That's
come
right.
visit it with you on an annual basis, but it wouldn't come back to you at the end of a term to say, what would you like to do now? That would be an annual review.
Okay, so maybe we should have a date specific for the franchise fee to be revisited.
If you want to amend the motion.
I would amend
Not the motion, but the motion to do that. It's up to the person who made the motion.
I don't see any reason to continue the franchise fee for street sweeping. I mean, I would be not in favor of revisiting it right away. Just move on.
So the motion is that, we approve the recommendation to bring beginning July 1, 2009, street sweeping services back to Dixon Sanitary Service, and that the franchise fee be reduced from the cost of street sweeping only. Everybody clear on the motion?
I'm clear.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
All right, it's been moved and seconded. Any discussion on the motion? Roll call vote, please.
Councilmembers Kaler,
Aye.
Jaramillo,
No.
Pappas,
No.
Fuller,
Aye.
Mayor Bachelor.
Aye.